Hi, everyone. If you're new here, my name's Ashley. I am 23, and welcome to my channel. Okay, so I wanted to talk about friendship because I've been thinking about this for the past, probably week or so, and I just feel like no one ever really talks about it. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on the topic and just give like how I am feeling because I'm living through it right now, and maybe someone else can relate to what I'm feeling. And if you are, please let me know. Okay, let's roll the tape. Okay, does this look stupid? I don't know, probably, but we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so I wanted to talk about friendship because I've been thinking about this for the past, probably week or so, and I just feel like no one ever really talks about it. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on the topic and just give like how I am feeling because I'm living through it right now, and maybe someone else can relate to what I'm feeling. And if you are, please let me know. I have been wanting to talk about friendships for like a while. And I don't know, I think maybe it's just me, maybe the point of my life that I'm at right now. Maybe I don't know. I don't think that I'm the only person that feels this way. I know there has to be other people that feel this way too, and like no one just like talks about it, at least that I've seen. Um, I guess I just want to talk about like friendships in your early 20s maybe, or like after college. Honestly, we'll just sprinkle a little bit of everything in there. So really just I feel like when you're younger and you're in high school and even in college, making friends is so easy because you are all in the same area, in the same place. Like you go to class every day and you see each other. You all live in the same 5 mile radius and you see each other. So making friends is easy, um, because you're all put in the same area. So you don't have to try very hard to find people your age or people that are similar to the things that you like to be friends with. And college is a little different because that's the first time you're actually away from home and you are able to be more particular about the friends that you want to be friends with. Um, which I guess that makes it the friendship dynamic a little bit better just because you can be more particular about those types of friends that you want. But then I feel like no one ever talks about when you graduate college how hard it is to find friends. Honestly, not even just that, but just the value of friendship as well. I think that friendship nowadays is, I don't even know if it's nowadays because I guess like I don't really have anything to compare it to, but friendship in general, when you just graduate college, it's obviously hard to make and find new friends just because you move away from all the friends that you knew in college. So you have to put forth more of an effort to stay in touch with certain people and talk to them. Like one of my best friends when I was in college moved to New Jersey right after graduation. I live in Ohio for reference. So that's about 6 or 7 hours away. And I put forth the effort like to talk to that person like we both do. So she's still one of my really good friends. But I think people just underestimate the effort that it does take to still have really good friends and really close friendships at that age, just because you have to make time for your friends. Even though that they might be long distance, you still have to text them every once in a while or call them, just see how they're doing. And that's what a friendship is. And it's okay. Like some people have friendship dynamics where they don't talk to each other for like 1, 2 months at a time, which I understand because life gets busy. But I think the main thing is just don't forget about your friends. If you want someone to be a part of your life or if someone is important to you, check on them. Don't forget about them. Don't just only text them on like their birthday or Christmas or whatever holiday that they may celebrate. Check on them and see how they're doing because that's what a friend is. A friend is someone who cares about you, cares about your well being, wants to know how you're doing and what's going on in your life. So just if you care about someone, just don't forget to check on them. And I think that maybe for me personally, um, friendships have just gotten hard. I don't know if it's just if it's me, like I said, or maybe it's just because I'm experiencing it for the first time. Um, and I moved away after college as well. So like I do have that one friend that like I was talking about earlier, but I am not within like the same close distance of any of the rest of my friends. But it also like lets you see when you move away too, like if you're not putting forth the effort to talk to certain people, how much like they value your friendship. Because if I consistently reach out to you to talk to you, maybe like every 3, 4 weeks, like just say hi, check on you and see how you're doing, but that is never reciprocated towards me, then that kind of just tells me like you don't value our friendship because it's one-sided. Like I'm only reaching out to you ever, like you're never putting forth that same energy into our friendship like I am. And that kind of like it hurts, honestly. I don't know if maybe like just me, but like it hurts and it's gonna hurt whoever like your friend's feelings because friendships can't be one-sided. Like there can't always be one person putting forth the relationship, trying to hang out or talk to you or FaceTime or text or see how you're doing. Then the other friend is just not gonna feel like you care about them pretty much at all. And that's kind of experienced a lot like after college too. Um, and I mean that's not the only dynamic that like plays into things, but it does definitely show and tell like how much people valued or didn't value the relationship that you guys had. Okay, I also want to say too that I'm not sitting here saying like I don't have any friends and I never had any friends. I'm not saying that. Um, because I have had friends in the past. Actually, I did have friend groups and stuff when I was in high school and in college and stuff, but again, like we grow out of different friendships and stuff, and you grow as people, and they might not be your core group of people anymore, and that's okay. I'm not claiming that I never had, any great friendships because I did. It's just as you grow up, you're not doing the same thing anymore. You don't value the same things and you grow as a person and create like boundaries and things that make you who you are and that might not align with the people that you had before in your life. I think and outside of that, I just want to kind of touch on like what it's like to try and make new friends in your 20s too, when you're outside of college and, having a job and juggling a bunch of other adult responsibilities. And believe me, I get it. I know that life is hectic and things get busy and people have their own issues. But if you really are interested in like making friends and value your friendship. And I know, also, let me put this in here too. I know that friendships take a long time to develop, so I'm not going to skip over that. So when you do go out and like you meet someone, and you just have the confidence like to say hello, like try to talk to them, try to get them to be your friend. Um, I understand that friendships take a while to develop, but also too, kind of how I mentioned before, like if you are always the person who is just reaching out to someone again and again and again, that person's probably not interested in being your friend, which it can suck, but like it happens. Everyone is not meant to be a friend to you, isn't meant to be in your life. And I mean, it sucks again, like as you're getting older, because I feel like the older you get, the lonelier life gets. And it doesn't have to be that way, but I think it just kind of feels like that because again, people don't value friendship the way that I feel like it used to be. And when I say that the way that it used to be too, I kind of just think about how like when my parents talk about the friends that they used to have, when they were around my age, like they would talk about after they were in college and they would all have their friends come over to their house and or apartment, not house. They didn't have a house as soon as they graduated college, but and they would have like parties and hang out and stuff. And I remember my parents originally went to school in North Carolina and they moved to Ohio, and all of my dad's friends helped drive all of their stuff up here. They helped move their furniture into like their new house that they bought, and they came to see us. And actually, his friends are, I call them all uncle, even though they're not like blood related, but I call them all uncles and aunts. And I just wish that I had friendships like that. And I'm hoping that one day, like, I will find people like that for me. Um, because I feel like life in general is just about the experiences that you share with people and like the people that you love. And I guess just don't have that, at least not yet. And I know that it'll come eventually. I don't know when, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I just am jealous that they had that and I don't have it yet. So, and I think social media definitely doesn't help too, because all the time, and I need to stop scrolling on TikTok as much as I do. It's making it so bad. And Instagram as well, but it's just that on social media you just see, I'm going to say girls in general, all together. Like everyone always has these giant friend groups. Like there's always 6, 7. Sometimes people have like 10, 11, 12 friend groups or groups that have that many people in them. And then I just start thinking, I'm like, well, why don't I have that? What am I doing? Like, how does this person have 12 friends and I barely even have one? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? And I know, like, in my heart that I'm not like doing anything wrong. It's just maybe I'm not in the right space um to have the same thing that they had. I don't know, maybe that their friends are close friends that they made in college and they all just live in the same area. I don't know. There could be 100 different factors of things that, did I ever hit play on this? Oh, I did. Okay. Um, there could be 100 different factors of things that kind of play into that, but I know that I'll get there one day too. I just don't want to go down the road of getting to the part where like I'm getting married and I am trying to pick up my bridesmaids and I'm like, I don't have any friends, so I'm not going to have any bridesmaids, which is really sad. But um that makes me think of too, like in the episode, I'm obsessed with Friends. If you don't know me very well, I love Friends. I watch it like it's my relaxation show. I put it on while I'm doing anything, and I still laugh at all of the jokes that I laughed at when I first watched the show. But in the reference to like talking about Friends, like it just makes me think about the part where Rachel, or no, Ross asks Rachel, he's like, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Yeah, I got my girls. I'll be okay."
You okay?
Yeah, I got my girls.
That hits different because I don't have that and I want that. I want to be able to say like, "Yeah, I got my girls. I'll be okay. I know that they have me." And I can't say that right now. I'm hoping that that changes. I know that one day it will. I know that I'm going to find my forever friends, but I just haven't found them yet. Maybe I need to up my techniques on making friends. I am the person like when it comes to making friends for me, like I'm the person that will go up to you first. Like I will walk up to you and say like, "Hey, like my name's Ashley," introduce myself, and then I'll tell you like your hair's pretty, your outfit's pretty, like just to, not make it seem awkward, but I will be the person that will go up to you first. But then at that point, after that, I kind of like leave it alone, like leave the ball in your park because I don't ever want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Um, and that's usually how I initiate like friendships or things like that. I haven't tried any other like methods, or along with that, I will ask people if like they want to do something like as in get drinks or like go out and like do something cute together, like for a few minutes, maybe get a coffee. But outside of that, I haven't tried like any other methods. And but I don't know. I just, maybe it's just a part of life. It's just when you finish college, I feel like it doesn't even have to be in college either. It could just be in general. That's just kind of how friends work. But I am kind of focusing more of after college in your early 20s because this is where you aren't around or within a walkable distance of your friends anymore. So friendship, you actually have to put effort into seeing them and wanting to hang out with them and talking to them. And I just feel like people just don't do that anymore. which is really sad. But I know that there are people out there that do it. I just need to find them. I need to find my people. And I know I will one day. I know I will. But yeah, that's my rant. I really just wanted to talk about friendship and how I just feel like alone, kind of, but also not because I know I'm not the only person that feels this way. I know that there's more people out there. It's just no one ever really talks about like friendship and how hard it is making friends when you first finish college or like move away from either where you went to college or move away from your hometown or honestly start over in general. And I just wanted to talk about it. I also wanted just to say too that as you get older, I know that you want to be more particular with the people that you're friends with just because you want friends that not like the exact same things that you do, but like similar things that you do. So, for example, if you are someone who likes to do wholesome things like go out to dinner and maybe grab casual drinks and like do little arts and crafts, like that's fine. You want friends that like those things too, and maybe not someone who likes to go to the club and party every single weekend. Not saying that you can't be friends with people that are like that. It's 100% possible, but when you are older, you kind of want to be around people who like the same things that you like or think have like-minded thoughts that you do. Um, so you kind of are more particular about your friends and the people that you hang out with. Also, just because it forms who you are, and I am a very big believer of of you are who you hang out with. So if you're going to hang out with someone who, makes not the best choices or makes poor decisions to people that they love, how do I know that you're not going to do that to me? I want to be around people who treat people with respect and like they care about them. So I feel like that is another part that makes things harder to make friends because you have to be a good judge of people and what their intentions are. So that can make things a little bit harder too. I know that, it's kind of hard when you are first trying to make friends and things like that. And that's okay if you are trying to befriend someone. Is that the right word? I don't know, be friends with someone and you kind of like hit it off at first and then later on you kind of figure out like that's not really your vibe or they weren't the type of person that you think that they are. Like that's okay too. It's just it's something that can like complicate things, so I definitely understand why that would happen too, but that I just feel like that's another reason that it can be difficult to make friends because you want to be around people who you feel have your best interests at heart and care about you and respect you. That's the whole point of a friend. I also wanted to say too that I just feel like a lot of people nowadays, and I'm not excluding myself because I have definitely done this too, and I just feel like a lot of people nowadays are in what I call an in your friend or in your face friend. I just feel like a lot of people these days are called, at least what I call it, is an in your face friend. Basically, someone who is friends with you for the moment because it's convenient for them. Like they're only friends with you while you're, pretty much in the same location in your face. Like they're friends with you to hang out, to have someone to be around them while you're like to last a certain amount of time, if that makes sense. So, for example, like basically in college, like someone who you were friends with, you met in college, you hang out for a little while, and then as soon as college is over, they kind of like, oh yeah, like let's continue to be friends, and like they never reach out, they never say anything. Maybe you'll reach out a few times, and they kind of just like, oh, like I'm kind of busy, da da da. Someone like that, like an in your face friend. That's at least what I call it. And I've had my moments too where I definitely have made friends and then had not hung out with them outside of that specific location either. So I guess I kind of have been an in your face friend too. But I just feel like people need to kind of grow away from that aspect just because it just makes you seem disingenuous about friendship in general. Like you kind of were just there for the moment to have someone to hang out with and that you didn't really want to be friends with me as a person. And it makes me, like, as a friend, think that, wow, were they really actually my friend? Do they actually care about me? So I just think that that's another thing to take into consideration as well. Try your best not to be an in your face friend. If you actually want to be friends with someone and you care about them, reach out to them, talk to them, see how they're doing. I know that they would be glad to hear from you. I would be glad to hear from you. Reach out. But yeah, that's my little spiel on friendship. So thanks for watching. Bye.